And following reports of panic buying of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, in some parts of the country, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited and other key stakeholders in the oil and gas industry have allayed fears of fuel scarcity, assuring Nigerians of adequate fuel supply across the country. The group, who gave the assurance in Lagos at a stakeholders meeting, maintains that critical resolutions have been made to ensure steady supply and distribution of petrol during and after the festive season. Correspondent Blessed Omonose reports.
As the festive season approaches, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority have met with the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC, and other key stakeholders in the petroleum product supply and distribution value chain to adopt new measures to prevent petroleum scarcity and maintain stability in the downstream sector of the nation's petroleum industry. This stakeholders' engagement is coming on the heels of looming petrol crisis and panic buying of the products by some Nigerians across the country, amid reports of a likely price increase by marketers. Reading out resolutions agreed upon by these stakeholders at this meeting in Lagos, the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Mr. Farouk Ahmed, disclosed that under the new agreement adopted, they agreed to remove all hindrances capable of stalling supply of petroleum products nationwide.
The following items were agreed upon for immediate action. Number 1. NNPC assures supply of sufficient PMS to the country. Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority to engage stakeholders on the reconciliation of bridging claims. The current bridging and administrative charges shall continue to apply. What it means is that, just to explain, the bridging shall continue. So transporters are assured of continuous bridging and payment of their claims.
On the issue of movement of petroleum products, stakeholders here agreed that agencies involved should immediately revert to the Naira-denominated invoices of excess capacity of the distribution of the products using the investors and exporters window rate for the time being.
The PRA has been passed. There's a process that has been in place, and there's a timeline in the PRA where we'll get to that point. But in the interim, we have already arranged for for an engagement with our key stakeholders early next year, maybe the first quarter of next year, to review all this in line with the transition and transition committees that we have established in order to have a smooth transition, move from the current smooth implementation.
As this meeting comes to a successful close, the NMDPRA assures Nigerians of adequate petroleum products during and after the festive season, urging them to avoid any form of panic buying. Blessed Omonose, TVC News, Lagos.